Hello, it's Chris from Daily Dose of DIY, and today we are going to make these personalized pumpkins with our Cricut. Okay, to do this project, you are going to want a tape measure, vinyl, two different colors. I'm using Cricut vinyl and a red and a sage blue, I think it's called. A fake carvable pumpkin, a fake carvable pumpkin. Say that 5 times fast. Your Cricut tools. I've got some fake fall flowers and greenery that we can put in the center of this pumpkin when we're done if you want. Our Cricut mat, of course, and our Cricut cutting machine. Let's go to Design Space and get our design ready to go. Okay, so in Design Space, we're going to go ahead and get started with our design. And you want to go to Text and on a capital letter, type the first letter of your last name. I'm going to go ahead and make that bigger. And I'm going to do this in a, let's go to System, like a typewriter font. This one's called Adorn Serif. And I measured my pumpkin. You'll want to measure yours first. You don't want to make the letter too big or it'll kind of be hard to get on. So I have about 5 inches wide I can go. I'm going to come over here to the side and unlock it so I can make my pumpkin a little bit skinnier and 6 inches tall. You can also, that looks good, you can also go up here and put the dimensions in here. So if you need exactly 6 inches, just go ahead and type the 600. If you want exactly 4.5 wide, I think 4.5 would be good. 4.5, hit enter, and it will give you exact dimensions there. Okay, so that letter is done. I'm going to make that in blue, so I'm going to change the color to blue, and then I'm going to type out our last name, Butler. And this, of course, we want script font. Come back up to the top and change our font. I'm going to use one called Europia. I think that's how you say it. I'll link it down below so you can find it and see it. So with script font, we need to connect it together. So first you come over here to the top and click Ungroup. And then you just move the letters together so that they're connected. And once we get them together, then we need to weld them, right? Too close. So then we select everything and weld. Oh, this happened here. If you weld, you'll see my R right here filled in. If you weld and you have a mistake, there's not an unweld button. But you can come over here to the top and I'm going to click undo. And then what you can do is select all and make this bigger. So and move it apart a little bit. That usually happens when it gets too close together. But a lot of times making it bigger will work. And then just make sure they're not too close together. So I'm going to re-select weld again. Okay, that time it worked. And now we can make it down smaller to what we need. I have, yeah, that's good. About 6.5 inches I can go over across on my pumpkin. So I think that's good. I'm going to cut Butler out of red. So I'll go ahead and change that color. And then we should be ready to hit the Make It button. Yep, there's Butler. And then there's my B. So I'm going to go ahead and get my cut mats ready. If you're using a Cricut maker, it looks like mine is trying to select its maker. You go ahead on the screen, you set your materials. Here it's coming up. I'm using matte vinyl. If you have the Cricut Explorer, go ahead and turn your dial to cut vinyl, and we're going to get our mats ready and get it cut. Okay, I've got my vinyl here. I'm just going to go ahead and measure it up to cut it. Need it just over 7 inches long. Once our vinyl's cut, we're going to stick it to the mat. Vinyl side up. Line it up in the top left corner. And then we're going to hold our mat in and go ahead and hit the go button. It should be ready to go to do my red. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this one is done. We want to, remember, flip it over, peel our mat off of the vinyl. So I'm going to get my blue on here. And get it cut. While that's cutting, I'm going to get this weighted. Okay, so we got both pieces cut and weeded. We're going to use our transfer tape now to transfer it to our pumpkin. So I just need to cut a piece that will fit over it. And for transfer tape, I just use, this is big enough. I just use clear contact paper. It's cheaper, works better. I get it at Walmart. Okay, so for our B, we're going to start the transfer paper. Sometimes it is hard to get. This one's pretty easy. And I do it, I just fold down, it's a little curly though, fold down one edge to get it started. And then pull off the back. At the same time you smooth down the front. And it goes super nice. Then get our scraper and get it on there good. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, now something with these on a curved surface, it is better to cut it down as much as you can. So that we will hopefully have an easier time getting it on. Trying to think if there's any other places I want to notch it. These are one of the hardest letters to do. Lucky me. This is a relatively flat side of the pumpkin. So I'm just going to line it up here. put my scissors down there so it doesn't roll, and get it started on the straight end. Actually, I think I'm going to turn it towards me so I can do this. Get it about straight. Now, here's another thing you can do, because one thing that is going to make this difficult is the transfer tape sticking. So once you get it down good, you can start to peel off this transfer tape for this side. That you have stuck. And then remove a little bit of your backing. And get a little more down and peel some more transfer tape up. And just work your way down super slowly like this. Lay some down. That part wanted to bubble. Get your bubbles out, pull your transfer tape up so the next section goes down smoothly. Okay, that wasn't going the way I wanted it to, so I'm just pulling it back up. This is, especially if you have like one of these beads or harder letters to do, because you have to, alarm's going off, get them both to line up on the curve. So just take your time. We might cut a little bit in there too to get it to go over this curve. I think I'd rather have the B part go and then cut over here if we need to. Yep, I'm going to cut right down here where the B's connect. Because otherwise, it's just not going to do it. And if you have to do that where your letters connect to, that is fine. Okay, not too bad. Not sure if it's showing up. There's a little crinkle right there, but cutting here and cutting here for the B definitely made it easier. Now this should go on a little bit easier than that big B. I'm going to put it down just below here. And we're going to cut it down a little bit too before we get started. This one is not as tall, so we should not, let's see, my T is about middle. We should not have to cut any pieces of it. It should go down much easier. So we're going to peel our backing off. We still want to do hopefully the backing comes off easily. It still may be easier to pull the transfer tape up as we go so it bends a little bit better. But it may not be necessary. Just rub really hard with your fingers all the way down. So you can see the smaller letters definitely do go on easier than a big letter. Pull off your transfer tape. And that part is done. Beautiful. Go ahead and get a knife and we're going to chop into this top and arrange our flowers. Okay, well, I got my knife. Never carved one of these fake pumpkins before, so it's going to be a first. Let's see how it goes. This. A little harder than I thought it would be. Kind of like doing a regular pumpkin. Maybe even a little harder. I think I've made it all the way through. Let's see what we have. Oh, beautiful empty pumpkin inside. So I am going to cut some flowers to stick in there and we'll see. I don't know if I know what I'm doing with this, but it just goes to show you. I think it turned out pretty cute. You don't have to be an expert flower arranger to make a cute little centerpiece for your Thanksgiving or for your fall table. This is Chris at Daily Dose of DIY. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe down below, and I'll see you on the next video.